And we are joined this morning by Brian Shaw, who's the Managing Director of the Business Group at UK Trade and Investment. And he joins us here in our Hong Kong studio. Nice to see you, Brian. Good Monday morning to you.
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Sorry about the pound. I mean, it's dropping back to 140. Have you seen it this week for a long time now? Yeah, but what does this mean for investment in the UK? What are people saying to you about this new coalition government, which just announced these austerity plans, a cutback in the budget? Of course, we have a euro crisis right now.
Well, of course, the UK has been open and welcoming of foreign investment for many years. Foreign investment in the UK is worth around 5.3 trillion US dollars. And what that means is that the UK is the #1 recipient of foreign investment in Europe, both overall, but also in terms of headquarters and in terms of R&D investment. And Asia is an incredibly important element of that. 4 of the top 10 sources of investment into the UK come from this region. China, Japan, obviously, and Australia. But the relationship with China is increasingly important. We've seen growing levels of investment in recent years. And of course, you know, the greater affordability of UK assets makes those investment prospects even more attractive.
That the pound is cheaper,
Absolutely.
right? Okay, so let's talk about recent acquisitions, because you mentioned China, India. For instance, we had SAIC buying up Rover, of course, that iconic brand, and then Tata went in to buy Land Rover and Jaguar. Now, here's one trend with these foreign companies buying into these British brands: they tend to take the production lines and the jobs out of the UK. For instance, we have Tata announcing that they might start production in China now. You know, what does that mean? Doesn't that cost the British economy jobs here?
Well, the UK doesn't make a judgment on ownership of assets. Foreign investment is just, you know, incredibly welcome. What we're focused on is high-value activity taking place in the UK, and all of the companies that you've mentioned, as well as considering their global plans, have actually made additional investments in the UK, employing more people, investing in R&D, and adding real value to the economy. So that's very much what we're focused on. But of course, we would expect those companies to do what they need to do to drive their global business objectives. But I'd be confident that you'll continue to see those companies invest further in the UK and adding to the innovation and the economic landscape.
Yeah, Brian, in fact, I think the UK Trade and Investment Bureau had a Go Global campaign being launched at the Shanghai Expo. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Now, in recent years, you know, we've had Chinese companies trying to buy outside of their borders, you know, with CNOOC trying to buy up Unical. Of course, that deal was blocked. And also, don't forget that we had Huawei, which was also blocked from buying up 3Com in the U.S. as well. You know, what about this xenophobic sort of response so far to Chinese companies trying to buy outside its borders, you know, internationally? Do you think that might be the reception from Britain as well, a whole different sort of arena that we're looking at? Well,
I think you find that the UK is very welcoming of Chinese investment. You mentioned Huawei. Huawei started from very, very modest beginnings with 1 or 2 people in the country. They now have a major R&D operation employing over 500 people. They've partnered with BT. They're growing their business in the UK and from the UK, which is incredibly important because many of those companies use the UK platform not just to access the UK opportunity or even the European opportunity, but actually to access global markets. So I think you will see companies like Huawei, other Chinese investors continue to be welcome to invest, to grow, and to deliver for their business in ways that will deliver for the UK economy.
No, that's a very welcoming line, I have to say, for Chinese companies. Thank you for dropping by, Brian. Nice seeing you. Brian Shaw of the UK Trade and Investment Bureau.